And right now, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson wrapping up his first trip to Turkey, where the fight to defeat ISIS and the role of the Kurds in that key battle top the agenda. Our correspondent Rich Edson live on the ground in Ankara, Turkey. Good to see you, Rich. What's happening?
Ed, an intense day for Secretary of State Rex Tillerson as he meets with President Erdogan here in Turkey, as well as with the Turkish Foreign Minister and Prime Minister here. ISIS is atop the agenda. The Secretary of State says when it comes to defeating ISIS, there is no space between the United States and Turkey. However, on the details of trying to defeat ISIS, there is some space, particularly when it comes to Turkey objecting to the Obama administration's strategy and decision of allowing a Kurdish group, the YPG, to participate in a coalition to try to defeat ISIS. Turkey views the YPG as a terrorist organization, and the Secretary of State acknowledged there are differences between the U.S. and Turkey.
There's more discussion yet to be had regarding the way forward. What we discussed today were options that are available to us. They are difficult options. Let me be very frank. These are not easy decisions. They're difficult choices that have to be made. So this has been very good. The conversations today were very frank, very candid.
Also a shift in U.S. policy when it comes to Syria. The Secretary of State said when it comes to the future of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, that it's up to the Syrian people to decide how exactly they want to have a relationship with the president. As you remember, President Obama said in 2011, essentially, that the Assad regime and that President Assad must leave Syria to basically move forward. Turkey is also objecting to a number of other items when it comes to the United States. First off, the arrest of a Turkish banker in the United States who is alleged to have circumvented sanctions, U.S. sanctions against Iran. There is also, living in Pennsylvania, a Turkish cleric who Turkey says is responsible in part for basically a coup attempt that was going on here last year. All of those issues discussed today, though it's clear that there really is no resolution on that, at least publicly, from the U.S. and Turkey. From here, the Secretary of State will travel to Brussels. We'll go to another NATO meeting, and there State Department officials say the Secretary of State will push NATO members to spend at least 2% of the size of their economies on defense. That's something that the Trump administration has been pushing on. There's only a handful of NATO countries, of about the 30 NATO countries, that actually do spend that much money on defense. Ed, back to you.
A packed agenda for the Secretary of State as well as for Rich Edson. Thank you, Rich.